This is a new one. It's called The Best Kind of Man. I've been caught red-handed with my heart wide open, chasing dreams like running in the sand. And you can't seem to take all my best intentions, so I guess you'll have to take me as I am. And I've been drinking beer and I've been drinking whiskey. I've been taking all in that I can stand. I've been broke for 20 years, but that will never break me, so I guess you'll have to take me as I am. And I love you for the best of reasons, but my ways makes it hard to understand. And I found the best mankind's got to offer. I just think the best can have. Last thing I ever wanted was to hold you. We all hurt each other eventually. We all spend our time wandering around in the woods when we can't see the forest for the tree. And I was wandering in a straight line while you move in your own trajectory. The last thing that I ever wanted was to hurt you. You're still the first thing that I see every day. And I love you for the best of reasons. These things makes it hard to understand. In you I found the best mankind's got to offer. I just ain't the best kind of man. Oh, I just ain't the best kind of man. We all need somebody to hold on to, but it seems the more you hold me, the more you feel me slip away. Even though I'm still holding on to you, and I love you for the best of reasons. These things make it hard to understand. Oh, and you I found the best mankind's got to offer. I just ain't the best kind of man. Oh, I just ain't the best kind of man. I just ain't the best kind of man. The song was set in McNairy County, Tennessee, back in the 1970s, back in the days of Buford Pusser and Walking Tall. And the song's about the Southern Mafia. It's called Boys from Alabama. They caught us smoking grass and the cops threw the book, and I saw a little opportunism in it. Take it from me, you better take it from the crew. I got friends on the inside and friends on the outside to sneak up behind you, so keep on the good side. I can see you standing there staring down at your shoes, thinking about your mom and dad and wondering what to do. Well, you best look inside yourself, 'cause we're all watching you. Got friends inside who'll be there to see you through. Boy, don't forget, no matter what you do, don't piss off the boys from Alabama. You know they won't let it slide. You might find your body in the Tennessee River, or they might not find it at all. Ain't no place to run and hide, and your family ain't safe at all. So don't piss off keeping an eye on you. I'm pissed off the boys from Alabama. They're just like a man. Ain't nobody gonna say anything up your ass if you remember who your friends are. I've got good friends in Franklin County and they'll track you like a dog. Take your fall or lose it all. The choice is up to you. I wouldn't piss off the boys from Alabama if I was you. For those of you who don't know me personally, which is probably about 5 of you, because I think I pretty much know everybody in here, but if you don't know me personally, my name's Patterson Hood, and I grew up here. I lived here for about 28 years, and I play in a band out of Georgia called the Drive-By Truckers, and we dabble in what we like to refer to as modern Southern mythology. So most of the stuff I write is kind of like, some of it's based on some truth, but you know, don't hold me to it, because I'll lie to you quicker than shit if you give me half a chance. So I'm gonna do a couple of Drive-By Trucker songs and a few more brand new songs like those last two, and a couple songs off the next couple of Truckers records that we're in the progress of making right now. And this one is called. This is called Let There Be Rock, and if Jay Johnson didn't show up, or if he did show up, this song's for him. If he didn't show up, it's all shooting a bird. Now this song's about the good old days back when you could drive over to the Von Braun Civic Center and see Aerosmith and Kiss and good bands. Bands that let their hair grow, even if it's on their face or wherever. This song's about the good old days. It's called Let There Be Rock. Blue Oyster Cult concert, 14 years old, and I thought them lasers were a spider chasing me. On my way home got pulled over in Rogersville, Alabama, with a half-ounce of weed and a case of Sterling Bill. My buddy Gene was driving, he just barely turned 16. Say I'm sorry, but we live to tell about it. We live to do a whole bunch more crazy, stupid shit. And I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Molly Hatchet. With 38 Special and the Johnny Van Sant Band. I drank a fifth of vodka on an empty stomach, and I drove over to a friend's house, and I backed my car between his parents' Cadillacs without a scratch. Crawled to the back door and slithered through the mail hole, and I sneaked up them stairs and puked in the toilet. I passed out and nearly drowned, but his sister Dee Dee pulled me out. And I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Molly Hatchet. And the band that I was in played Boys Are Back in Town. Skinner was set to play in Isbell, Alabama in the spring of '77. I had a ticket, but it got canceled. And the show was rescheduled for the Street Survivors tour. history. So I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rhoads in '82 right before that plane crashed. And I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw AC/DC. Bon Scott singing, "Let There Be Rock." Bon Scott singing, "Let There Be Rock." Bon Scott singing, "Let There Be Rock." Well, when I first moved to Athens, I got a job working at a club there called the Hi-Hat as a sound guy. And there was this guy that would book about every couple of months, and he was this guitar player from Atlanta named Gregory Dean Smalley. And he was really kind of a loudmouth, belligerent bastard guitar player who played way too loud and he never tuned his guitar. And if you even looked at him funny about it, he'd just haul off and hit you with it. He was about this tall and weighed about 80 pounds. And he became one of my favorite people in the world because I tend to have a fondness for those types. And he unfortunately was dying of AIDS. And he decided that since he was going to die, he wanted to spend the rest of his life rocking and playing as often as he could, because that's what made him feel alive and that's what kept him alive. And the last year he lived, he played over 100 shows, which is pretty mind-boggling even if you're healthy. And I got the good honor of doing sound for about 8 of those shows, and it was a life-changing experience. And this song's for and about him, and it's called The Living Bubba. But I don't wear a rubber. Be careful who you screw. Come see me next Friday, 'cause I got another show. Some people stop living long before they die. Work a dead-end job just to scrape on by. But I keep living just to bend that nothing too. And I can't die now, 'cause I got another show. There's a reason why I started talking about Merle Haggard. Because back in the 60s, he wrote Okie from Muskogee. Even though he was kind of a dope smoker himself, he thought that he wanted to write a song expressing what he thought his late father's feelings would have been about the whole hippie and anti-war movement of the 60s. So he wrote Okie from Muskogee, and a lot of people kind of misunderstood that. And thought that that was his views, when actually he was kind of a dope smoker. But in the 70s, a similar thing happened with Ronnie Van Zant and Leonard Skinner, because they wrote Sweet Home Alabama, and defending Alabama's good name from the likes of people like Neil Young. But the truth was, the members of the band Leonard Skinner were all huge Neil Young fans, and so they wrote it kind of as a pointy tribute. But it was widely misunderstood, and then the plane crashed, and next thing you know, Neil Young gets death threats when he comes to Alabama. So, but this song's about the beautiful and misunderstood friendship between Ronnie Van Zant and Neil Young, and it's called Ronnie and Neil, and dedicated to Jimmy Johnson. For no goddamn good reason. All this hate and violence can't come to no good. Stain on the good name. Whole lot of good people dragged through the blood and glass. Blood stains on the good name. Some of us take the blame. Meanwhile, in North Alabama, some picket comes to town to record some sweet soul music. Get that Muscle Shoals sound. Meanwhile, in North Alabama, Aretha Franklin comes to town to record some sweet soul music. Get that Muscle Shoals sound. Part we got the three guitars out there. with Jimmy Johnson at Muscle Shoals Sound, and they met some real fine people, not no racist piece of shit. And they wrote a song about it, and that song became the hit. Ronnie and Neil, rock stars today ain't half as real. Speaking their minds on how they feel, that your guitars blast Ronnie and Neil. Was just in song. Skinner was a bunch of Neil Young fans, and Neil loved that song, so he wrote Powderfinger for Skinner to record. Ronnie ended up singing Sweet Home Alabama to the Lord, and Neil helped carry Ronnie in his casket to the ground. And to my way of thinking, the Southern man still need both of them around. Ronnie and Neil, rock stars today, half as real. Speaking their minds on how they feel, but your guitars blast Ronnie and Neil. Ronnie and Neil, rock stars today ain't half as real. Speaking their minds on how they feel, but your guitars blast Ronnie and Neil. Your guitars blast Ronnie and Neil. Your guitars blast Ronnie and Neil. Is about George Wallace, and I wrote it the day after he died, and I don't know, I was watching all the news footage, and I just kind of crossed my mind to write a song from the devil's point of view as he welcomes George Wallace into hell, and this song's called Wallace. Throw another log on the fire, boys. George Wallace is coming to stay. And we saw St. Peter at the pearly gate. I'd like to think that a black man stood in the way. I know all should be forgiven, but he did what he done so well. Log on the fire, boys. George Wallace is coming. George Wallace is coming. Bill says he was the best friend a black man from Alabama ever had. And compared to Bob James, George Wallace don't seem that bad. And if it's true that he wasn't a racist, and he just did all them things for the votes, I guess hell's just a place for kiss-ass politicians who pander to assholes. So throw another log on the fire, boys. George Wallace is coming to stay. I know in the end he got the black people's vote, but I guess it'd still vote him this way. Hell's just a little bit hotter, 'cause he played that hand so well. He said the devil's got a wireless sticker on the back of his car. At this point in the rock opera, when we perform it live, our fine, good-looking backup singer's gonna walk out wearing Alabama cheerleading uniforms and devil horns and pom-poms. They're gonna raise their pom-poms up in the air. With the whole crowd singing along, they're gonna say, this song's about some mythology a little closer to home. It's a story I heard when I was a kid about a distant relative, and I don't really have any idea what really went down. But this is like a speculation from the male antagonist point of view. The song's called My Sweet Annette. We were set to marry in October '33. I set my sights on courting her as fine as she could be. I swear I never noticed her best friend Mary Lee. Took a job at the sawmill and I bought my girl a ring. Had a pre-wedding party, close friends and family. Everyone was happy eating homemade ice cream. I swear I never noticed Lady Honor merrily, and my sweet Annette was standing at the altar. My sweet Annette was standing at the altar. Merrily was taken ill, it was several miles from home. Back then it wasn't fitting for a girl to leave alone. She asked me to walk her to the door, as innocent as children back before the war. And my sweet Annette was standing at the altar. My sweet Annette was standing at the altar. Lord have mercy for what we done. Lord have mercy when two people are alone. Neither one of us have done anything like that, you see. By the Nixon said I had a look merrily. By the Nixon said I had a look merrily. By the Nixon said I had a look merrily. Another new one, this one's called Heathens. Some before morning. Ain't nobody gotta know about what I done. And I never heard a single word you say when you tell me not to have my fun. It's the same old shit that I ain't gonna take off anyone. And I don't need to be forgiven by them people in the neighborhood. When we first hooked up, you looked me in the eye. You said, "Paul, we just ain't no good." We were heathens in their eyes at the time. I guess I'm just a heathen still. And I never repented for the wrongs that they say I had done. I've done what I feel. Someone get that phone. Was it difficult delivery? Now it's growing up mean and strong. When you tell me that it's getting just a little bit tight, ain't the first time I've been outgrown. I'm gonna push a little harder. She ain't ready till the rods are thrown. And I'll walk away. And I don't need to be forsaken by you or anybody else. And I never had a shortage of people trying to warn me about the dangers I pose to myself. And these times can take their toll sometimes, and I know you feel the same way too. It just gets so hard to keep between the ditches when the roads wind the way they do. It's a song by Mike Cooley, who plays in the Drive-By Truckers with me. I don't know any like good covers that everybody knows and likes. All I know is like covers that are obscure. I'm sorry, but this is a good one. I promise. This song was set back in the days around the time they built Wilson Dam. And it's based on a story that Mike's granddad told him a couple of years ago about a distant relative of theirs that was displaced by the dam. He lived on land that became flooded and is now part of Wilson Lake. And this song's called Uncle Frank. And I think it's beautiful. And it's like I said, it's Mike Cooley's song. So here we go. Put out the river, hydroelectric plant. Now we got more electricity than anyone can use. living, cutting the timber down, then a piece at a time, up the hill and into town. TVA had a way to clear it off real fast. Lots of men and machinery down the damn ground rest. Lived on the bottom, down on Cedar Creek. He got home from overseas. 50 acres, figured no one else would want. But all that backed up water had to have some place to go. Assured him there'd be work for him in town. It's already going down. Cars never came to town, and the roads never got built, and the price of all that power kept on going straight uphill. And the banks around the holler sold for lakefront property, and doctors, lawyers, and musicians chased their kids to waters. Uncle Frank couldn't read or write, so there's no letter found when he died. Just a rope around his neck and the turned on its side. All right, I'll take a request now to redeem myself. Come on, here we go. Alright, this song is dedicated to the former members of ARS. And this song's about road cases, what happens to them. Don't get my ass. Got them pretty road cases. Protect our ass, protect our face, protect our guitars, protect our amps. Got them pretty road cases. Throw them out an airplane and they'll just bounce. Paint our name on them road cases. Pencil and white spray paint. Drive-by trucks on everyone, or maybe just DVT. Gonna get myself a big tour bus, maybe even an airplane. Fly around the world and back. Hope it don't run out of gas. Got your road cases. Dick Cooper. This song is about the beautiful and great misunderstood South. This song's called The Southern Thing. Southern roots, and about 3 loud guitars, and about my big old amps. It ain't rained in weeks, but the weather sure feels damp. Ain't about excuses or alibis, ain't about no cotton fields or cotton picking lives. Ain't about the races, the crying shame. To the fucking rich man, all poor people look the same. Ain't about no hatred, better raise a glass. It's a little about some rebels, but it ain't about the past. Ain't about no foolish pride, ain't about no flag. Hate's the only thing that my truck would want to drag. You think I'm dumb, but you're not half right. Wonder how I sleep at night, proud of the glory, stare down the shame, duality of the Southern thing. Christmas night, got shot at Shiloh, thought he'd die alone from a Yankee bullet less than 30 miles from home. Ain't no plantations in the family tree, did not believe in slavery, thought that all men should be free. But who are these soldiers marching through my land? His bride could hear the cannons and she worried about her man. Stay out the way of the Southern thing. Stay out the way of the Southern thing. Stay out the way of the Southern thing.
used to work at a place called Stefano's, and I think I did a little bit of everything there. But at one point in time, I was working in the kitchen with this guy named Brandon. I don't know if y'all know Brandon. Y'all know Brandon? He worked in Stefano's a long time ago in the kitchen making bread. Just like, yeah, great guitar player. And I don't know if this is true or not, but the legend about him was that back when he was a kid, he sniffed a lot of glue and he got sent to rehab, and they sent him to like this church rehab, and they made him write gospel songs as part of his like treatment. And when I was hanging out with him a little bit, we played some gigs together with Chris Quillen and Rob Malone and a bunch of us over at a place called The Bridge across the river a few years back. And Brandon was playing some shows back then, and he played this gospel song one night, and they were beautiful. They were the most beautiful things I'd ever heard. I wish I had a record of them. So this song was kind of inspired by him. It's called Dead, Drunk, and Naked. When I was a young boy, sniffed a lot of glue. Mom sent me to rehab, they told me what to do. We didn't have much money, the Lord picked up the tab, made me write a love song sitting in my room. Now I just drink whiskey, drive around my friends, get a haircut, get a job, and maybe born again. And if you're living badly, I'll tell you how to live, dead, drunk, and naked. Dead, drunk, and naked. If you're out there listening, just want you to know I've been doing just fine. Psychiatrists tell me so. My scars are patched up, my arms have almost healed, my demons almost tranquilized, my pain's almost killed. But you know Jack Daniels become the best friends. We got on the Baptist to die for our sins. I know the Lord is coming, south will rise again. Daddy used to tell me everything comes down to what they say about you when you're not around. And I wish that he was here now, I'm sure he would be proud. No one talks about me now. Voices are too loud. And if you come to see me, sure you'll be impressed by how well I'm behaving and how well I'm dressed. And if you come to see me, hope you're coming soon. Get drunk and naked. Get drunk and naked. Get drunk and naked. I guess for the last song of the evening, I'm gonna do, oh, what the hell, I'll do Margot and Harold. So here we go. Thank y'all so much for coming out. I'm Patterson, and I hope to get to see all of y'all again soon. I do have some CDs and t-shirts and stuff for sale after the show. If anybody would like to buy some stuff, come see me. And, thanks. Don't wanna go to dinner with Margot and Harold, no matter how. Sorry, man. It's totally not there. Alright, I'll do that. I'm sorry, y'all, about Margot and Harold, but I just can't do it tonight. But I'll do this one instead. This song's called Plastic Flowers on the Highway. He was ready for the big trip. He was moving to the city. He had packed his prized possessions and gave away the rest. He was almost out of leaving. He was almost out of night. Till the blue sun was shining. All the shit he left behind. Through the big world waiting there. He was almost out of leaving when the phone truck didn't see him. Hit the brake, slided sideways, he never had a chance. Plastic flowers on the highway, bits of glass for the machine to sweep away. Had to pass it on the way to where I was going. For the next few minutes, I drove a little slower. The mad mothers couldn't help him. He was sober, it was Sunday. He was full of good home cooking as he crashed the Savior's door. Plastic flowers on the highway, greasy spot on the asphalt for a while. Every morning new babies being born to do the best they can to hang around a little while. My community service had me working for the county, cutting grass on the off-ramps and medians and such. Every quarter mile or so stands a brand new reminder. Another traffic death in town, something new to cut around. Crashed out on the highway, plastic cross and a plastic bouquet. Paramedics in the bystanders' gaze. Plastic flowers on the highway, bits of glass for the machine to sweep away. Had to pass it on the way to where I was going. For the next few minutes I drove a little slower. Hood. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Good night.